Transformation in 3, 2, 1.
Hi everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Heather Stargazer here. Let's do a reading for the sign of Taurus for whenever. Oh, this is second house energy. So wherever you have Taurus in your chart, sun, moon, or rising. Let's take a deep breath and begin. Ancestors, spirits, guides, what messages do you know? What messages do you have for Taurus? Knight of Cups, good start. And the Four of Cups, maybe somebody's offering something to you, or you're offering something to someone that's being rejected. Ooh, I heard holding a candle. Probably for someone, as someone holding a candle for you. That's the one. Two of Wands, wow. And then the Fool on the bottom. It's something new endeavor. Right? New. You're out for the new. This term, whenever you see this, take it how it resonates. Knight of Cups is water sign energy. It's an action taken, a heartfelt action taken, right? And that's why I like someone holding a candle, holding that cup, taking all the responsibility in a relationship, right? Being the one that does all the stuff. And it's quite a burden. Right? Maybe offering something to someone, and it's to relieve the burden. Take it how it resonates. It feels like it's not being accepted, right? Like all of the things that are coming through, maybe boredom is happening with them, maybe apathy, maybe not understanding or seeing the greater picture, or that there is something being offered, right? Maybe you felt in the past that these types of things have hurt you, so you're carrying the burden of it all on your own, right? And there's definitely someone or something here. It's another person who feels deeply connected to you. You feel deeply connected to them. But there's this apprehension here, and it comes as such a surprise. Maybe it's like ground shattering that maybe that this offer is legit. Maybe this heartfelt soul connection is real. There's something very surprising. It like takes the wind out of you. Wow. And puts you at a crossroads where you're not exactly sure which way to go. What do we do next? Now what? All right. Let's get some clarifiers on that, on this stuff here. Very interesting. You don't have to carry these burdens alone. You don't have to. All right, so we're going to shuffle this up a little bit here. Again, that feeling of like maybe, it's talking about taking a leap of faith, and maybe being a little apprehensive about taking that leap of faith. Talk to us about this Knight of Cups, please, for Taurus energies. What is this Knight of Cups about here? Five of Wands. Like a lot of power struggles. A lot of, like, look at that. Like, I'm hearing sibling rivalry. So that could be like an actual sibling of yours, or it could be like a peer, right? Like a friendship situation, or a coworker situation, something of the like, where there's a power struggle, where there's, like pettiness, arguments happening, practice fighting. There's a lot of upheaval. Maybe if you offer this cup of love, or you accept this cup of love, it's going to cause a lot of turbulence in the background, right? At 333. Like they're fighting over something. Are they fighting over your cup? No wonder it's causing a lot of stress. 10 of Wands. No wonder it's a lot of burden. You're trying to figure out, maybe you love all the people involved, and you don't know who to give the cup to, or be offered. The cup is like an apology. It's a lended ear, right? It's consideration. It's love, it's compassion. It's how do we show that? How do we take that into an action form, right? What do we do for them? What is this 10 of Wands? The Hierophant. It's about a commitment. It's about a commitment and a tradition. Something that you're committed to. What is this? This is Taurus showing up in your own reading. Because you're probably the most responsible, the most outwardly responsible sign in the whole zodiac, right? Other earth signs are also responsible, yes, absolutely, but Taurus really knows how to establish that, really knows how to like dig the foundation into the ground and sit firmly on it, right? And that doesn't come easy. Even though sometimes you make it look easy, it doesn't come easy. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of investment. It takes a lot of like carrying burdens, right? And you have like a commitment to this and to these things, even though there's some argumentative things happening in the background. All the fives are related to the Hierophant. Therefore, all the fives are related to you, those changes, right? So it's interesting always that the most firm, steadfast sign also is represented by the 5, which is freedom and change. So there's like this almost conflicting 5 conflict thing happening there, where do we hold our commitments to, and where do we allow them to evolve? Where do we allow them to change? Where do we hold these responsibilities? And it feels like you're kind of like holding up everything for these people or this situation that's kind of fighting in the background, maybe because of some sort of traditional obligation to do so, right? 4 of Cups, please. 4 of Cups. 2 came out. 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. Confused about being able to do this on your own. A lot of confusion here in the options, and you're like kind of like, well, I don't really, I'm not really interested in A, B, or C. Tell me what the W is about. Tell me what the X, Y, and Z are. Right? Tell me what's at the end of this what the end game is here, right? So you can kind of clarify, because there's lots of options available to you, especially since you're doing things on your own. 9 of Pentacles energy, that independence, that being able to like hold your own, be responsible on your own for your own things, and hold up the apple cart, whatever that means to you, right? And it could be this is the apple cart. Wow. There it is. 7 of Pentacles, or 7 of Cups. Creating a plethora of options for yourself, and then what are you going to give them to? What is being offered to you, and what are you receiving? Do you choose to stay standing in your independence? I don't think you do, because we have the 2 of Cups here. The 2 of Cups coming out. It's like that harvest, and which one do you choose, where there's all these options available to you, and that feeling of like, maybe like, I want to just shut down and do it on my own. It's better just to do it on your own. I don't think it is, especially with this 2 of Cups coming in, somebody genuinely wanting to help you. And then again, this commitment, is it the person that you've made the commitment to? Is it someone coming in to make a commitment to you? The Sun. Leo energy. How beautiful is that? Look at them. Look at these 2 kids carrying this egg. How gorgeous is that? How much do these cards resemble each other? The revealing of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. And the possibilities, like, this could be children involved. This could be creating something for you. Like, I heard nest egg, right? And again, that Taurus feeling of long-term investment, steadfastness, being able to make things grow. Every gardener knows that your sun, or your garden, needs the sun. Like, your sun needs the garden too. Wow. Take that, how it resonates. This is gorgeous. Really starting to see that this partnership not only can work, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's kind of shocking to you, right? It kind of shakes the foundations of what you were up to, or what you thought were possible, or what you were willing to accept. The Tower here, Ace of Swords. Yes, this is the truth, a shocking truth coming out for you. I love this. I love this. It's like a victory. Look, it's like climbing all the way to the top of the tower, and then even beyond. Right? Because of this information, because of this truth, because of this, yes, because you're choosing, being chosen by your true partner in this. All right. And so it puts you in a space of which way to go. 2 of Wands. A lot of Aries energy coming out here. The Tower is Aries and Scorpio, right? The Fool is Aries and Aquarius. So we talk about that, like the death and rebirth process, right? And the communal force, like everybody out there in the world, the next generation, the larger community, right, of Aquarius. And that Aries energy of taking leadership and moving forward through it, like taking that action, trying the new thing, right? Even if it's a little bit different, starting a new tradition, right? Being open to these possibilities here. We have Leo energy out. So there's a lot of fixed, I think like all the fixed signs are out. Because we have Leo, we have Taurus, we have Aquarius, and we have Scorpio. Again, these firm things, these cardinal directions, right? These spaces that don't move, and being able to organize those things in a way that helps the wheel spin, right? That's what the sun is coming through. It's kind of shocking. You're like, you don't have to carry the burden of this. The wheel will carry the burden for you, right? Two of Wands. Wow. Eight of Pentacles, get to work, get to work. That's what you're decided on. The crossroads is, what am I working on? What am I putting the effort into? Which way am I going? You know, where am I going to dig that garden bed? Where am I going to clear the foundations for a new home? Where am I going to invest this money? Where are we going to go next? You know, working together. There's like a working together a feeling here, and that replication of something substantial and something useful, and learning something new along the way. That student mind, being in touch with that student mind, so that you can create the bricks that build your new foundations. What's on the bottom? The moon. You got the sun and the moon. All right. So all is revealed. And then as you move forward, new mysteries occur. All right. Be prepared for that. Know that that's just part of the ebb and flow of life, right? The nocturnal, diurnal flow of the earth, of the everyday, right? And not to get too excited when we see everything, and not to get too dismayed when things become shadowed. That's just part of this, and that's part of you building these solid foundations into the new. You know, part of the decision that you're making here. It's like this. Sorry, I got the alarm going off. The alarm is going off as we see this cat stowing away with these eggs. Okay, and there's this egg on the sun card. So just being mindful of that. I heard slyness. Go back to that, to these two fighting over this thing on the Five of Pentacles, or Five of Wands. But I said Five of Pentacles. So there could be this feeling of like leaving something out, not including it, right? And then having something come in the middle of the night and kind of change the perspective. And there's my cat meowing right there. What are you doing? I call him Crazy. He has a name. What are you doing? I know. So let's get the archetype. What archetype? Okay, thank you, Spirit. What archetype should Taurus embody? What is it that's keeping Taurus here? Where is Taurus coming from? Who is Taurus in this situation? Divine Child. Ooh. Divine Child came out in the last reading too for Aries, and it was different Divine Child. It was different Divine Children. So I think we're all getting back to that beginner mind. Beginner mind, student mind, right? The new, learning something new. It says innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine. Well, that would be you, wouldn't it, Taurus? Right? Like I was like taking the thing. This is my great. He's like taking the being taken by the umbrella. So he'd be taking off into the air by spirit, being lifted. Right? Being directly connected to the divine. That's you, baby. And it said the shadow attribute, remember the light and the shadow is always there, is the inability to defend oneself against negative forces. Maybe in that defense mechanism is that you're laying down the, I'm going to say like laying down the fight. Laying down the wands, laying down the burden, right? Accepting that cup of love, accepting the assistance that comes in from the one you're vibing with the most. You are looking at this other side, at this other person, right? And you're saying, yes, I could do this on my own. That person could probably do it on their own. And because there is no danger of codependency, since everybody's able to do things on their own, partnering up and allowing the your strengths and their strengths to create something new and different is, it's a whole new ball game. Who is this other? What is this other side? Child again and again, a different child. could be children involved. If you want that, if you already have that, maybe your kids want to help you. Maybe you're a kid. Okay. And I mean like a kid, because this is for 18 and over, but I mean, maybe it's talking about your parental, right? Like the people in charge of you, and, you know, fighting with your siblings, and then coming to terms with the best way to go, right? How do we operate on this? Light, seeing a potential for sacred beauty in all things. Nobody does that like a Taurus. You guys know what beauty is, definitely. And the belief that everything is possible. Absolutely. Everything is possible. So keep in mind, we want to, you know, that with the naivety of the children here, the childlike essence, the childlike mind, the fool energy, right? Keep in mind the truths that come to light. A lot of truths are coming to light with the Ace of Swords and the Sun. Okay, and the shadow attribute, pessimism, depression, disbelief in miracles, believing that energy and action are not required for growth. Again, having to take that action, having to devote that energy, take that time. These two working together, seeing the beauty in all things, right? And then creating a special connection with the divine to create something new, beautiful, and magical, right? And no, we didn't read the bottom for the other ones, but it does say this. Well, it came out, so accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. And again, that's something to be aware of when we're getting back to our childlike innocence, right? To be aware that there's other forces and mechanisms out there that aren't as innocent, and that those, you know, what are we doing to maintain our spirit, the power of your spirit, you know? Ooh, it says places material consideration and security above self-empowerment. Don't let yourself get landlocked. Right? Don't let yourself get locked in by that feeling of material necessity, want, entrapment by like the idea of security, which is really easy for earth sign energy to do. So be mindful of that, right? Your spirit, the growth of your spirit will benefit the growth of your material world tenfold. Ancestors, woo, look at that, what's coming out, look. Barely shuffled it, and the abundant universe will provide. You have nothing to worry about in that regard. Just act as if. Act as if you already have it. This talks about blending, right? About being adaptable. And bring your ideas to life. And again, that from going from the spirit plane, the mental plane, right, down to the earthly plane, bringing those ideas to life. Wow. It's like the idea is here, ready and available for you. And you are going to be, I was like, you're going to be super surprised by how far you go with that. What's on the bottom? Look, set healthy boundaries. Muy importante. Super de-duper important. Again, that chameleon spirit, setting the boundaries and being adaptable at the same time, right? Because there are always going to be things we can't see, and as we change and adapt and things evolve, there will be new different things that are shown to us and that are kind of kept hidden. So that is to be expected. So try to avoid that all too much. Focus on the things that you do know, the things that you can see. And again, not allowing the fear of material loss or, you know, being skeptical about an investment of that kind keep you from moving forward, right? Learn something new and then you'll be equipped for that adaptation. Interesting. Well, you get the morning glory and the honeysuckle, affection and determination. The morning glory, which blooms for a day, differs not at heart from the giant pine tree that lives for 1,000 years. Ellen Watts. To everything that's time, right? Time and spirit. how long something will last, how long the next thing will last, how long those lives are, like the life of the thing, the old way, the new thing, the new way. You know a lot about like children here starting something new. And that morning glory, right? That idea might have lasted for a day, but it impacted you. That pine tree, that stability, that thing that's there forever that you can depend on, right? All of it is living. All of it is alive. All of it has purpose. All of it has its time here. Honeysuckle, domestic happiness and devoted affection. Twice you got affection. Twice you get affection in these words, with the Knight of Cups coming out, with the Two of Cups coming out. All right? You are loved, and it's okay to allow that and be affectionate. Right? Give your kitty a little, your crazy cat, wherever you went. Give him a little snuggle. Give your puppy dog a snuggle. You know, hug your kids. Hug your children. Please. Okay, and then it says, I will wind thee in my arms, so doth the woodbine and the honeysuckle gently entwine. William Shakespeare. Working together and embracing that mutual love, embracing that partnership, right? Again, however it applies to you, whether it be familial or romantic, whatever that might be for you. Okay. I hope you got something out of that, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for remembering to hit like and subscribe if this vibed with you. And thank you for coming back and seeing us again next time. Bye.
Transformation in 3, 2, 1.